This is the sound of the helium pump of an MRI machine.
Oh.
Apparently chilled helium.
Give me all your raw impressions. All the latest news on your latest medical procedures.
This is the sound of an MRI machine.
That I don't love. I like this dancey beat, but I don't like the other thing. That feels assaulting. Scary.
They give you earplugs when you go in.
God, I hope so.
And headphones.
Double.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like how I roll with my rock bands.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff.
Is this what it's like to take Molly?
No.
You take it and then you go to a rave or something?
Well, here's the thing.
Is that the thing? Is that ecstasy? Is that the name, street name?
Yeah, when I took ecstasy, it wasn't called Molly yet.
Who's Molly?
It was like it was ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
So I got an MRI.
Okay, yes, update.
For my ear. Update.
Okay, we're making progress. We're inching towards answers, hopefully.
Yeah, or
just
something super scary. I had my whole brain scanned.
God.
I went into and I had to take off my clothes, not naked. They let me leave my underwear and my socks on, but then you put like kind of hospital clothes over the top of it. And they called the place that I did that the dressing room.
Yeah.
They called it the dressing room. I don't know. Usually it's like prep, it's just some room. They never refer to it specifically as a dressing room.
Well, they saw rock and roll indie royalty rolling in for his MRI. They were like, sir, you can go to your dressing room to change.
And on the wall, there was this piece of paper. And it said music preferences, and then it listed like all these different genres on a piece of paper. And I'm like, why do I need music in my dressing room? I was confused.
They give you music options?
Yeah.
For listening?
Yeah.
Do you have to then press a button or something?
I was looking around. That was in the dressing room. Then I went into the room. And when I got into the room, I heard that kind of sound. That
yeah.
Raw impressions.
Oh.
Backtrack retraction.
Hold,
time.
please.
Okay.
Hold, please, on that start.
Yep, we'll come back to it. Put a pin in it.
Tracking retraction time. Raw impressions.
I don't know why this is repeating.
Backtrack retraction
is that 4-track,
time.
man?
No. No.
Backtracking retraction time.
It's you.
Yeah, it's me.
And you have a retraction.
I do. A few episodes ago, I don't remember which one, but I did say something dismissive regarding therapy. I said something like, well, I'm not really into therapy. And I'm sorry I said that. I do have opinions about therapy and types of therapy. I have my own impressions of that and my own journey. My parents put me in therapy for the first time when I was in high school. So, which seemed useless to me at the time. The guy just stared at me with his dead stare. What do you think about that? I mean, he just looks so bored. Anyway, I just want to make clear that I wasn't trying to be a dick when I said that and wave it away like people with penises often do.
Mansplain away therapy.
It sounded that way in the context of the episode. And I just want to say, hey, therapy, that's a big word. It encompasses a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I could get real specific about it. I'm not going to do that right now because I need to talk about my MRI. And also, you have something you wanted to say.
Oh, yes. Well, so the last episode was a very vulnerable episode for me. My most vulnerable episode ever.
which says a lot because you've really let a lot show.
Yeah, I guess I have.
On this show.
And I talked about my mom and her ALS diagnosis and how that's been for me and my family. And I was very nervous doing that episode. And afterward, I felt very drained emotionally. And I kind of just felt like I had to kind of lay down and just not look at the internet, not think about the internet. And the internet is a place that can often be very scary and unkind when someone reveals a vulnerability, because it's comment culture and everyone has something to say. And
a lot of bullies out there.
There's a lot of people with opinions and, and sometimes there's very unkind things said. And so I was very nervous to see the reaction, because even if you're talking about a parent dying, it doesn't even matter. A lot of times there'll be someone who is like, says something unkind. So I was very hesitant to engage with the episode after. I'm talking about it a long time. I'm going on and on. I just wanted to say, should I wrap it up? Is this going into the thing?
It is.
I will say really quickly then, the internet surprised me, but I shouldn't be surprised from our Raw fans. So thank you. I really felt the love, and it meant a lot to me.
These are all my approximations of the sounds.
I feel like I'm in a Nine Inch Nails album. Trent Reznor is... He's here. I'm scared. It's like the movie Seven. Inside the MRI. Come on, to the MRI. To the MRI. Sign inside to the MRI. Come on, to the MRI.
There is music inside the MRI.
Well, before I interrupted myself with this episode, with these interjections, when I went into the MRI room, there was a sound, and I thought it was music, like boom, 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 boom. And they said to me, "Do you want any music to listen to while you're getting your MRI?" And I said, "I thought this was the music." And they said, oh no, that's the helium pump. Because apparently these machines use chilled helium, as I said before. So the pump had this really percussive sound. And I said, I don't need any music. And then I realized what the list on the wall was. Like I could have chosen.
That was giving you like a heads up. These are the things you could choose from when you're actually in the MRI.
Because when you go into the MRI, it's loud as fuck. It's going to make all these crazy sounds. And the helium pump is going to be keeping time the whole time. So I just took it in. I was like, I want this experience. I loved the sound of the helium pump so much. I was going to try to go back in and record it on my phone, but I forgot because I was so glad that my MRI was over by the time it was over, because you're in there for a long ass time.
I was going to say, how long are you in that?
It felt like it was about 45 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yep. And then
oh God,
little voice comes in and says,
that feels like a really long time.
And you're not supposed to move at all.
Oh dear. Okay.
So anyway, the list was the music you could have listened to, like, 90s alternative was a choice.
Oh shit, you could have done that and seen if you popped up in your own MRI.
That would have been fun.
Or said hello to Trent Reznor. He could have popped in there too.
9 Inch Nails while you're in the MRI.
That seems kind of fitting now. I mean,
redundant almost.
Yeah.
Anyway,
would it cancel it out?
So when I came home from my MRI, I told you all about it, and Izzy was listening.
Yes.
And then Izzy just broke into song.
Yes.
She started singing a song about the MRI.
That was her organic inspired moment. She just was listening to Lou talk about it, and then she just stood up in the kitchen and started singing Sliding Into the MRI with her own beat and her own song. She just decided to make a song of it. And so we recorded voice memos of her just going over and over and over her little concert for us in the kitchen about the MRI, Lou's MRI, and what could possibly be waiting for you. And she even tried to rally a crowd as if there was more than just the two of us. She was like, come on. And like even raised her hands up like, let's all do this, guys.
And in case you didn't understand what she's singing, she says sliding inside the MRI. But the crazy thing is, I didn't tell her about sliding inside the MRI. And then she said, oh no, of course you slide into an MRI and there's a big thing, and she motioned like an arc.
I know. How would she know this?
How did she know this?
I don't know.
YouTube.
Of course. She saw someone on YouTube getting an MRI?
YouTube Kids.
Wow.
Well,
Wild.
there could have been a heartwarming story about a cancer survivor that she saw.
Let's go with that. Something very...
We don't know why.
Non-twisted and G-rated and positive. Why she knew about the MRI.
We don't know why.
Should we be paying more attention? Go through that search. Okay. Well, the thing is, so they're taking pictures of your brain. They're looking for things.
Things.
Your brain and hopefully no tumors, correct?
Hopefully.
Ugh, I hate this so much.
Yeah,
I hate it.
The funny thing is, it's not funny, but I hadn't really considered because it's all about my left ear. This is all about hopefully just finding like some liquid on my cochlea.
Just saying that you have Meniere's. Let's just go with Meniere's.
He's got Meniere's.
Yep.
In his ears. That's all I want. That's all I want to hear.
Meniere's in his ears. That's right. That's all we can hear is Meniere's in Lou's ears.
But as I was listening to this stark industrial soundtrack, the pump and the sounds of the cameras, and I've approximated the sounds with my synthesizer, and they did change tune like that. They were like.
So you just, since you did not go, I'm going to listen to music, did any of them raise an eyebrow like, you fool? Or were they like, okay, sir, carry on? I mean, were you regretting this decision when you were? Oh no, I never
regretted it at all.
You were like, I'm here for the full sounds of the machine.
And halfway into it, I'm like, guess who's going home and hooking up the synthesizers and recreating this?
The one and only Louis Knox Barlow.
This guy. I was like, wow, once again.
Lo-fi legend.
Once again, life has handed me.
Did you hand out autographs on your way out? This will be debuting on the next Raw Impressions. Thank you very much.
You wonder. I wonder sometimes, like, how do I keep coming up with such funky, fresh ideas?
You're stealing a line right now.
I know.
Okay.
That's on purpose.
That's not yours.
Well, no, I also really like to quote
Can you
Snoop Dogg from the first record.
Yes.
Somehow, some way, I keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day.
I know.
God,
what a line.
I mean, somehow, some way.
Somehow, I know. I hope you can meet him someday to just thank him for that. You can look at him, repeat that to him, and then shake his hand. He'll go, and he'll have like some wonderful response because he's Snoop.
Oh, continued.
Oh.
Collage keeps going.
Okay. We're back in the collage.
Back in the machine.
We're going to the MRI. It's gonna be just fine.
I appreciate that.
Next image will take about 4 minutes.
That's the technician coming in.
Oof. Okay.
On the headphones. Thought she was saying sunny inside.
Music inside the MRI.
Music inside the MRI. Music inside the MRI. We're going to the MRI. It's gonna be just fine.
Okay, we're almost done. This next image will take 7 minutes.
I'm in the MRI.
You do?
Yeah, I'm feeling nervous. My palms are actually getting a little sweaty.
Ooh.
Yeah.
MRI. MRI.
Pom-poms.
Maybe we should add this song to their playlist. Be like, we have actually some music for you. I don't know. Consider it. Did I already say I hate this? I hate this. And I really like the fact that there's even a possibility that there could be something in your brain. I feel like I can't even process this because I'm overwhelmed. So
Well, I can say if there is, mm-hmm. It's not really affecting me,
okay,
other than my ear thing and possibly my eyes, which also are there's some kind of pressure in my eyes that the ophthalmologist was curious about. So actually most of my head could be a tumor, but I'm doing really well despite that. I'm living a great life.
Okay.
With my grapefruit-sized tumor.
Oh my gosh.
I shouldn't joke because we don't have the results yet.
I know. And what if you do have a grapefruit-sized tumor and the next thing you know, oh God.
Okay. It was like my colonoscopy. I was kind of cavalier about that. I'm like, I just delivered the greatest bucket of shit ever.
I know. You were so proud of your poop. You almost I'm sure you wanted to almost take a picture of your poop. You were so proud of it.
So proud of my colonoscopy, the pre-testing.
Yeah.
I shit in the bucket. I was like, that's it. I'm not going to have to go in for a colonoscopy. But no, the test results came back, positive for negative stuff.
I know. And then you had a colonoscopy, and then you had polyps.
I did.
And were they precancerous?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
It means it's good that they got them out of me.
Right. They were removed.
And it means I'm going to be back in there with getting the camera up my ass soon enough.
God. Okay.
Within the year.
Yeah. I'm going to have a camera up my ass too because they have to schedule my colonoscopy.
You're doing a colonoscopy?
Yeah.
They're not doing the bucket test first?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, some of my things got kind of delayed, and it's so the thing that I was starting to, I guess, go on and on about before I was interrupted, which was fine by the song, the thumping song, was I was saying I was very afraid of the internet and the comments that were going to happen, yada yada. You guys remember that, and how the opposite happened. I was overwhelmed with appreciation. And I thank you to the people who left me messages, sent me emails, wrote comments. They were thoughtful. They were kind. They meant a lot to me. So thank you for those and for holding me in your thoughts, and my family were really, really appreciative. So as a result of this, my mom's ALS, I have been afraid to have certain procedures done because I just feel like there can be nothing wrong with me. I have to just be here during this time. Nothing can take away the focus of this. And in case you're all freaking out and getting ready to leave me comments like, don't neglect yourself and whatever. And I just want you to know that I'm not just doing these things. I have my GP is helping me through this. We're working through my illness fear for making appointments. And everything will be scheduled, but in a very kind of like tender way, a very gentle way. They're not rushing things. I have a list of things that I need to do, which some of you remember my mammogram from 2023. I had to go back, and that was very scary. I have to have another mammogram. It's something they have to keep their eye on. So there's things that are on my own medical to-do list. But honestly, it's been just, I think the only word I can think of is like overwhelming between the thing that's been happening with your ear and your situation and my mom. I've just felt like there's only so many of us that can be having medical issues at this time. And so I have to just not have any. And I know that that's not always how life works. But I am working with that fear I have, and I am talking about it with the people I'm supposed to. So, don't fear for me that I'm neglecting things.
That seemed to be one of the common comments, was that you do need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
In the midst of all of this.
I'm in the process of learning what that looks like. And I have to kind of, that's a very new concept for me. And so that will be something I am taking to heart, that I need to not neglect myself and I need to take care of myself. And I promise you, I will really genuinely work on that and take steps to also have self-care during this time. And you need to also take steps to have self-care during this time because you're very stressed.
My lesson during the pandemic was go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I just started going to the doctor. Like, I think I even have like a sonogram that I'm supposed to get. I've been reacting to because I do a lot of like meditation where I'm just breathing and I'm really noticing my body. And I think now's the time in my life, if I have like recurring pains, if I have the things that have recurred, that I find recurring, and the patterns that I see, I bring them up to my GP now. Mm-hmm. And if I need to get tested, I get tested. And if I need, like, I feel like this is really the way to prepare for the latter period of our life, is to become used to like responding to what's happening. Because when something does happen, mm-hmm. you want to catch it. And because of the way appointments are scheduled and getting referrals and the sort of the maze that is healthcare, the maze that you have to negotiate. I mean, that's something that I've really picked up on just as our parents have aged, your mother in particular, my parents as well. Yep. There's issues that come up. Yeah. And it seems like one of the most proactive things you can do for yourself is to really respond to these messages that your body is giving you. And then also one thing that's important for us is to be as healthy as we can be, because as we're seeing, as these changes occur with our parents, mm-hmm. and also...
You know who I am. I'm 4-track man.
We got people to take care of.
We have people to take care of, yeah.
Ourselves.
Ourselves included.
Instead of DRI, that's a hardcore band from Texas back in the early 80s. From their first 7-inch. It had like 22 songs on it. Who am I, DRI? No, who am I, MRI? Get it? Oh, I'm sure some of you know. Hey, thank you for listening to Raw Impressions. Yet another journey. Perhaps unnecessary. Perhaps. But here's to Lou for recreating something. Unnecessarily recreating things.
No, not unnecessarily.
Like the commercials.
Magic, Lou.
That's
Adelle.
It's totally necessary.
Adelle.
Yes.
I love you. I love you. Remember. Thank you for listening to Raw Impressions, everyone.